Balls. Balls, balls, balls. I'm back. So I think my hard drive is going because it really does tend to crash when I save, which is terrible. But that seems to be the most consistent thing. So it's gotta be my hard drive now. When things are writing to my hard drive, it tends to crash. So hopefully we didn't lose anything, of course. But that's why I enabled my backups. Oh, is it my? It's got to be my hard drive. Oh, thank you, Top Cat. All right, good stuff. Really glad I enabled the backup system. All right, I did crash. I did. And it's got to be my hard drive crashing. I think my hard drive's starting to go because for some reason, most annoyingly, it seems to be happening when I save. So I think it has to be a hard drive thing. Thankfully, we did not lose much at all. Which is nice. Just a minute or two of work. I think so. I think so. It is time. I'll have to do that this weekend. That's not really something I can wait on. All right, but I do have to go to the restroom. I'll be back. Let me slap the music on before I head out. I'll be right back. Luckily, they're pretty cheap nowadays. They are. That's why I got one. I think I got one that was a little too cheap though. A little too cheap. All right, be right back. Go to the restroom. Sorry for the delay. So, again, we are looking to set this up. So we got the cage with all my triangulates set up. Now we need the low poly with all my triangulates. And I need this one. And the high poly doesn't need to do anything yet. Okay, so now we want to set up our exports per collection, which is a cool feature. Do this. FBX. We want to do the whole collection. We want to send this collection to hoodie. Here. And call this hoodie fit underscore high poly. We'll say we'll match the whole convention for it. So let's copy this path. Accept that. Then we'll go here. Run on this collection. Booting me out, which is annoying. Make sure I did the right. Let me get back to this one. Copy that. Set this to this one. Paste. This one. Change this to low. And then lastly, page. Okay. So now each of these exports should export when I do this. That was too fast. Nothing occurred. Let me save and reopen this really quick. Why doesn't it want to do that? Is it because this collection is disabled? Has to have that top collection active? That seems to be the case. Okay. So now exporting. I'm gonna open up 3D Painter. It's PP time. PP time. Hello, Pseudo. Welcome. Going pretty well. We're doing some experiments with Painter. We're gonna do I should actually add some displacement. So, turn these on really quick. Isolate. And we'll do just a little left tap. That. We get it to cover up most things. Sounds good. Hello, Lord Pepsi. Welcome. How's your day going? This one. Doing all right. Well, good. Make sure we're looking at the right groups. That should just be these ones here. There we go. Okay, that looks a lot better. I think it should be fitting. Yeah, okay, good. Very good. Very, very good. Doing all right. Well, that's good to hear. Hope your day just continues to get better. Thank you, everyone out there that's tuning in. Hope you're all having a great day. Excuse me, sorry to burp. I'm actually thinking about switching over to Marmoset tool bag for baking. It's a one-time purchase, and they have some pretty nice features. Like this displacement thing I'm doing right here, where I'm adjusting the cage. Apparently, you can do that in Marmoset. You can do that in real time. Like you could do this basically in Substance, but in Marmoset. In the editor, in the baking editor, which is super cool. I'm thinking about taking a look at that at some point, because well, first off, so Adobe's bullshit. All right. Painter like section as well. And a bunch of edits to my avatar. I love it so much. Currently editing holiday stuff. Oh, that's awesome. I would love to see what that ends up looking like. Very cute. What am I looking at here? that should be a lot better, so let's export just the cage now. Intriguing. Okay, so this should have the matching by name. We can see it here, so this should work. Oop, we got something on the leg there. It's probably the hoodie. Overall, pretty good. Definitely some issues. Overall, though, our normal's actually baked correctly. Our only issue is the hoodie intersecting there, and then the ambient occlusion. So my guess is there was one other thing the baking mentioned, which is this ignore backface. Used to ignore backfaces for bakers using secondary arrays such as ambient occlusion only on the high poly. So we want to add ignore backface. Let's give it a shot. And as well on our note here, it should have some subdivisions. Then we just want to add that ignore boyfriend. That's what it looks like. Ignore BF. So export that collection again. Go back to the baker. Back to updating the cage. It's not working super great, so let's add displace. Go to our geo nodes. And for the scale, we can actually just use our named attribute displace. That'll make it a lot easier to control. I can't use any. Huh. Doesn't like the gradient tool. Unified strength thing again. You've been happy with it, Pepsi? I remember watching yours get made for a while. I think Sam did a great job with it. Thank you. That looks pretty good. That ignore backface didn't seem to do jack shit. Underscore ignore BF. Mesh hi ignore BF. It does not look misspelled to me. Only by same mesh name. My mesh name. Hello, Arisa. Welcome. We're doing some bacon. That seems better, but also worse. Actually, I do think it's doing what It's hard to tell because they're all on top of each other, but I think it is working, actually. That's nice. First time using match by name. It's interesting. Okay, we do need to go to our high polys. Do a little bit more updating because I forgot to do a few things to these, such as this one. Turn on the double solidify or subdivision. There's two. And then also the solidify. I think this really could be insanely tiny. It just needs to have a base on that side. Very pleased, added Magica cloth to the cape and ears. I'm loving the floppiness. Ooh, Magica cloth. So Chill Out supports Magica. That's cool. still am only viewing at 1024. All right. You smooth that out a little. The sweater doesn't look that detailed. Hands have Magicka built in. So if you touch something, it'll fold / flop away from it. Oh, smart. That Resonite. No, Lord Pepsi's talking about Chill Out VR, which is another VR chat kind of alternative. Excuse me. Wow. Apologies. All right. Still a little bit more to fix, but I think we've got stuff into a good spot. Interesting. Ooh, that's nice and crisp. Okay. It's a little hard to tell because they're, despite not wanting to make an exploded view. Oh well. Okay, we're gonna stop it there for our work on arrays. We're gonna switch over to hello, Pablo. Welcome. So for our curve to mesh, we do this join. Gonna rest their turn, just wanted to say hi. We'll get some good rest, Pablo. We'll catch you later. Enjoy your day. Are these islands touching? I guess so. Strange. There's a gap here, though. Then there's some sort of square behind it all. Single square. Oh, it's... Ah, gotcha. See what's happening. It's this plane. Oops. So I open Steam. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Can I exclude things from being in the export? That'd be really cool. I suppose it would just simply be literally removing it, so. My shoes. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Okay, well, there is a way to guarantee this. Just pass. Score low. Then they do have to have a match. Very confused by this shadow here. There's nothing else here. Ah. Gotcha. So I included him. I had that same object floating around in here, but for the cage side of things too. Alright, fucking finally. So. Beautiful. I think that looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. We do have the edge. Okay, good. Oh, well, if that's the case. Yeah. Awesome. All right. That's to create the pattern. There we go. All right. What's next? Ooh. So that's an update for the body here. What we want now is to copy the mask. We're going to go back to the main file for cat human. Paste in this mask. Selection form. Right. Except for that mask. This can go here. Got the low poly already enabled. What's really left is to just get it. Excuse me. Interesting. It gets really slow right here. That's fast here. Really slow here. Isn't that weird? It's the menu. Interesting. Hello, Even. It is progressing well. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Correct. It would be that. Perfect. Weird. Oh. I mean, if anyone could bend just their pelvis 90 degrees, that would probably be pretty terrifying. But let's pull. Throwing in a bit either way. Rotate just your pelvis. I don't see anything else affecting the hips at all. The rotating, what, pelvis rotation? I suppose so. Still check there's nothing else to change on the cat. Cat should be done. Cat should be done. Whew. Where do you download this? Okay, so got this PNG. Ooh, new robot video. Already saw this. Boring. Open up Krita with these PNGs. Make a new layer. Save this. Save as a fucking PNG. I saved as a Krita file. That's the default. I give a slightly thicker border. Save that. Now we'll export it as a PNG. Charms. Then we can go to Blendor. And we can cheat and use Pool. Not too bad, 247 triangles. That's pretty reasonable for what we're looking at here. Alright, so. Yeah, just include this texture exactly. I'm going to give him all the same material. Keep adding an E. You just made a 3D silhouette out of a PNG. Yes. This is the... Doesn't have the name of it here, but it's called Leafig. I believe it's free. Pretty useful. Pretty darn useful. Yes, correct. So hard for me to find this one. Jade. Move, please. Can't see it. I'm looking right at it. There we go. Got too many options. I really need to look into some quick favorite add-ons. Oh, I see what that means. I wanted locations. All right, not bad. I'll light really quick. Be right back. All right, I'm back, y'all. My camera, it's like I'm in heaven. No, not so much. So, how are we gonna rig this? I say we just do a little. Got it? Okay, heck yeah. I don't use it super often, but sometimes it comes in handy in a pinch. Better than cutting it out by hand. It does look insanely useful for that 0.01% of the time I'll need it. What I've really tried to keep in mind these days is like, if I can imagine that the thing I'm about to do, someone has done at least 1,000 times before, like you can imagine someone doing it 1,000 times, and there's probably an add-on out there. Someone probably got tired of it and made some sort of add-on. Excuse me. Sorry. Like auto retopo, exactly. Shaking. Is the ultimates. Goodness. Good. Sorry to startle you. All right. Floats 2? Why would it ever... Sometimes add-ons and other programs, they just name things like they're stupid. Like, oh, we made a program for Blender where the default UV map name is UV map. Why don't we just pick something random instead? Big brain. We'll just pick some random UV map name. That's what we're going to use. Huh. So smart. It's not smart. It's not cool. Drummies. Sharps. Hello, Dane Senpai. Welcome back. It's been a while. Been a while. Hope you're having a good day. Ooh. Damn. Oh, no, 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 that was right. Pretty much only got. Well, that makes sense. There is no mouth movement, so easy peasy, lemony squeezy. Anything else? Think so. Nothing's coming to mind right now. It should be good. Okay. So we've got the scattered. Fix the cat. Added the charms. Added the mask. Fix the back. There's some clipping on the shirt. No, that must be the eyeballs. Okay. I fixed that. Nice, so I fixed the hair, fixed the eyes poking through. Should be about it. Okay. So let's open up Unity, get these pieces implemented. Distracted by some cool stuff. We're waiting on Unity to load, so just chilling at the moment. Some cool Twitter stuff, face tracking, but mostly interested. Is that all geonodes or the material too? Sounds really cool. It's pretty easy, just spawning and scaling a texture. Cool. Keep those in mind. Alright, Unity is now loaded. Let's look at cat. So we updated the cat. We now need to export this with the charms and get the charm texture over. So let's do that now. Do I want to keep the charms as their own object? I mean, we're already going to be entering very poor territory at this point. So I'm not super... It's only 48,400, but with the cat is more. So I think that I'm just gonna kind of cheat a little bit. I guess I could scale this bone. That'd be easy. Okay, yeah, we'll leave that alone. We'll keep the mask as a separate object though. And then should be everything. We can go ahead and export. They are just kind of squished here. What? That's weird because I don't see that in Blender at all. This little squishiness there. Is the leg getting moved? It doesn't seem to be the leg doing that. Okay, I think it's that they're rotated. It just actually does not look like that in Blender. Or does it? If needed bone there, you wouldn't be able to let physics handle the movement with a capsule. So in VR chat, all avatar physics is bones. There's definitely a little squish happening there on the leg. Thigh. Let's get rid of that. Thigh. That's surprising. In there should be moving it. In there. Gotta go back and check how you retextured the cat. You made them with the mouth closed from scratch, right? Made the cat. I mean, the poor guy got no voice. So I always model my characters with their mouths open, and then I bake them, and only when I get to rigging do I close the mouth. In fact, I'm thinking moving forward that I will actually leave them. I won't even close the mouth for the final version. They'll just have an open mouth, and then they'll have a closed mouth expression. Because that is just a little simpler. It's so hard to get the corners of the mouth to bake correctly. Like, that is just... I don't see any other way other than doing that. Strange. I don't know what's causing this bloop. Causing this little bloop. I'm having trouble closing the mouth manually. He's just standing like this, though. Right? He should just be standing like this. So why is it different? Is it one of my shape keys? No. Just standing there, menacingly. Okay, well, let's try dragging in to the scene. Just a normal. That without any animation. And it's still frumpy. Okay. Ah! I know what it is. It is the displace modifier. Tricky displace modifier. It's very subtle. That's what it is. I really should just remove it. There's no reason to have it on the character at this point. He looks so much better. The tries we do want, though. Okay. Cat fixed. Now the iris texture is there. Just very subtle. wonder how much bigger that format texture is. Can I look at the size of this file individually? 21.3 megabytes. Let's say I do automatic. 5. Okay, so we don't want to do 32, but we can certainly do something like RGBA float. Oh, interesting. That's so different. And it's huge. It's even worse. Oh, I can't. Interesting. I can't compress certain formats. But it's just so annoying. It gets this weird crunchiness. Excellent question. Do you have any preferred HDRI for Substance? Make sure the bake came out okay, not too shiny or something. So Substance does have a bunch of HDRIs you can look through, but the HDRIs should not affect your bake in any way, if that's what you're suggesting. Interesting. It's the high quality compression. Just zoom in, please. Check is looking correctly. Many times I've seen something rendered in Substance looks amazing, only find it's actually super shiny in Blender and other engines. Ah, gotcha. So shininess. So different engines use the same types of textures differently. So especially in Blender, so when something says roughness and glossiness, roughness and glossiness describe the same property from the other direction. So when a roughness map tells you how rough a surface is. So it assumes that 0 means 0 roughness, so it's not rough at all. Something that's something that is not rough is smooth, so it becomes very shiny, so it reflects light better because it's smooth. For smoothness, a smoothness map renders smoothness from 0 to 1, 1 being maximum smoothness and 0 being maximum roughness. So you can see they're literally the inverted version of each other. They're just an inverted version. So when you export from Substance, you need to just look a little closely at how Blender is going to take your map and use it. So when I take my textures from Unity and I bring them into Blender in order to use them, I have to invert that map. I literally use in the material an inverter to swap them. My reflection reminds me of my high school. I totally see that. My favorite part about it is this. We're looking at it. There's a little dog in here. Just hanging out, little doghouse. But it does kind of remind me of my high school as well. This like arch beam and stuff. So if your stuff looks correct in Substance, then you're fine. You've built your object correctly. what you need to do in order to take your correct looking, your perfect looking materials and substance is you need to use your exporters. High school reflected out of a smiling cat eyes peak manga cover. So, for example, we have the bikini here. Looks good, shiny. When I'm exporting it, you have your output templates. So this allows you to take the same thing, but this material for the bikini, and you can adapt it to the different platforms you need to use it. You can also compile your channels directly. But if you go through these, you'll get a better idea of exactly what's happening. So you have substances maps on the right, and you can pack those into different textures that will be important. And you notice that there's a glossiness here. And where is it? Where's it? Blender. There's some way to invert it. I can't remember. Yeah, roughness. So roughness and glossiness are describe the exact same thing, but they're the inverted version of each other. So you just need to take your maps and export them differently. If you're exporting to VRChat and you're using the Poyomi shader, Poyomi has a you go to their website, Poyomi website, the wiki or whatever, it'll tell you exactly how to export your maps. Okay, we fixed the cat. Cat looks good. Hello, Brawley. Welcome back. And are we missing anything there? We got the eye fixed. We got the cat fixed. Oh, the shirt clipping on the body of the human. Oh, you use the export for the destined engine. Is that damn roughness, or maybe just metallic that always looks different from substance, but it's adjustable? It's just a pain. The other thing to keep in mind is that the HDRI that you're looking at in substance, like substance is when it's going to look as good as it possibly can. When you bring it into a game engine, especially Unity, like Unity's lighting is pretty garbage. The HDRIs are usually bad, the lighting is usually bad, just in the default. It takes a lot of work to make the lighting in Unity just look good out of the box. So don't beat yourself up too much, because a lot of it just is kind of rough in Unity. Have you made any semi-realistic characters like Love, Death, Robots maybe? Not recently. I've done a lot of sculpting in my to learn and study from, and so I do have kind of a little repository of realistic faces. I call it my body factory. So just working on kind of building up a library of different faces. So I can kind of Frankenstein characters really quickly. But as of right now, most of my commissions are for stylized characters. Under the hood, though, it's all the same process for the most part. It's just kind of pushing your textures for realistic characters. All right, let's look at the UV editing here, because I would like to see my UV maps, because I did break this apart. I feel like the body would be getting disabled nicely for this t-shirt. I guess I could push a little bit more. Bit over. Should work nicely. All right, let's send him out. I'm with background realism. Whenever I try to make anything stylized, I get in a loophole of adding more details. Yeah, I think the curse of digital work in general is just you really can keep going. You can figure out a way to add more and more and more. It's tough to resist that siren song a lot of the time. But what if? One of the things that I think for VR chat specifically, a lot of stylized characters tend to look better in VR chat. Not necessarily VR chat specifically. The lighting for just kind of what we were just talking about, the lighting for virtual worlds right now is a little lackluster. Like, you can't get subsurface scattering and just a lot of effects that would really make realistic characters shine. So hopefully we see some more options moving forward, but I think it'll be a little while until we really, at least 4 years until there's really some spectacular looking visuals. Oops. In VR chat, or just VR in general. What about the lighting in Resonite? Resonite does have some better options, but there's some downsides. So this is definitely one of the trade-offs of Resonite, of having everything in real time, is that you can't really bake lighting in Resonite. Like, you can bake reflection probes, but you can't bake lighting. And a lot of high-quality video games, high visual fidelity video games, they rely on being able to bake lighting. So I think, I will have to get creative in figuring out some solutions to that. But Resonite does have screen space effects. They have ambient occlusion, and all of those things are toggleable for yourself and for the world and stuff. So, which is pretty cool, because it does give you quite a bit of options. There we go. A little Charmerinos. It's almost 5 already. I don't know why I cannot help but add an E to charms. And yeah, Resonite has like blue, like in VR chat, your visual settings are controlled by the world you're in, whereas in Resonite they're controlled. You can change them like just like a normal video game, but in VR chat, like bloom, like for emissive things to look bright, usually you need a bloom lighting filter, and if the world doesn't have that, then your lights don't quite look correct, especially emissive things. They'll look a little off. No, that should have been CC. Charm. Have you tried Godot? I saw some really cool toon shading with it. Godot seems great. There's a few. There's one artist on Twitter I follow, Passive Star, and I believe it's a he. He's creating tons of super interesting things in Godot all the time, and he's really linking up Blender and Godot in a really interesting way. You just like make things on the fly, and it just is pretty impressive, honestly. I think it's a great software, but right now I'm not looking to make a game. I'm more interested in exploring VR platforms. So it's not quite what I'm looking for, but it seems like a great option. They just updated these. Passive Star. Here, I'll look them up real quick. Really, really cool stuff. So right now he's doing like a Godot theme update. Checking out the latest Blender 4.3 stuff, which is super, super cool, honestly. Anyway, just tons of really fun stuff. He does a lot of like procedural systems. That's like his main thing. It's cool. Anyway, I could watch this stuff all day. Very cool. Very fun. They did add this loop to it, which is incorrect. As long as he doesn't screw it up, because Unity. Oof. I I'm interested to see where Unity is in a year from now, because I feel like this is really their year to do or die. Like they either start coming out with stuff that's interesting, or they will not be around in 5 years, and it'll just be Unreal Engine and open source stuff. Which I can't say I'm entirely opposed to. Well, the open source stuff. Unreal's a good program. I don't like their closed source. I don't see the need anymore. What's the need of being closed source? What I feel is even after a new price change, people are hesitant to come back. I think so. I think that Unity has literally done irreparable harm to their brand. Sounds good. All right, I think we're done. Because if Unity shuts down, there's no one to compete in 3D games. Godot is great for 2D though. Unity's doing things right, but they could get greedy without Unity there. I think that Unity will still take some time to die. I just think it's either this year they either can recover, or they're gonna set themselves to a trajectory for a long, slow death. Maybe sounds morbid to say, but and there are some other alternatives to Unity. I think Godot would win out for sure. Godot for 4.0 is getting good with 3D. It really is. I've seen some very solid stuff, mostly through Passive Star, of just some high quality work. Oh, balls. What's going on here? So close. It's so far. It's bad for high poly game. I'll be right back. I gotta go to the restroom again. Sorry about that. I'm back again. Alright, where did we leave off? Right. Figuring out what's going on with this. Not look correct at all. That means I must be exporting the bake version incorrectly. So if we look here, we look at the cage. Ah, so this only exists here. Where's my pouch for the cage? Oh, that's right. I had recreated. That's right. I had changed how I was exporting things. So we do want to just duplicate this and send it to the cage here. And then for all of these, turn on the displays. And then select everything and say export all collections. We've exported stuff. We go back here. Fresh. Mesh. And bake. Again. There we go. Big shiny bald spot on my head. Ew. Oh. All right. Beautiful. Much better. Save again. And export the textures again. Why? Why? Oh, I see. Okay. We'll go here, take our pouch, we'll copy it, save, go back to here, turn off the body, turn off the casual outfit and the rig. We'll take this, Control L, pop off the pouch, invert our selection, hide everything else, and then paste this pouch, which we will then merge together. One, turn off the displays, remove animation, and we will use our weight transfer to transfer the weights from the current pouch to now our new pouch, which we will then make sure has the correct material and recombine with the shorts. That should be good. Double check our UV maps. That would be the only spot we might have other problems. I think it looks good to me. 0. Excuse me. Here. Should be good. Two things to add are in VRC Fury. We have these toggles. So what we'd want to do is on the charms, enable is animated and set our CC charm to 0.001. So it should just be I take it back. We'll save that. We'll go back here. We're gonna pop it off. And we'll put this into casual, I suppose. Go back here. Now the charms are on their own object, which allows us to create a fun toggle for that object here and just say toggle. Charms. And I guess we'll do clothing / casual. We'll do default on, and the action is a object toggle, and that toggle is for the charm. Is there a toggle for the bracelet? There's a clip for the bracelet. This is easy actually, because the charms have their own material. Marvels. Scroll down. Look at that bracelet once again. It's a blood shape. It's not a... Ugh. Oof. Anything else to do? I don't think so. Oh. I think that's it. Okay. Just do a little test. Cool. All right. Let's send him up. And we'll upload him now. And I'll probably call it 35. Yeah, I think we'll call it for today. I'm pretty pooped. Go get some apple pie in my tummy. Really the main plan for tonight. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna call it here. I was thinking about going for another hour, but it's not. I can, but I need a rest. So tomorrow we'll do a longer day. I'll probably try to start earlier and end later. A lot to do, as always. So look forward to it. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm gonna go get some apple pie and munch on that for tonight. But Brawley, even everyone else that's lurking, I hope you're all having an amazing day. Lord Pepsi, enjoy your evening, enjoy your day. See you tomorrow, everyone. Bye.